stored?
So to jump onto that, let me talk about both of them. So first of all, we had Twitter.
This is where he doesn't want me to talk and get us in trouble.
Over the last 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks now, we've had 4 different instances where Twitter has sent a form email that says, here's the reason why you're off. And it says specifically : blank.
Empty.
They send the form without actually saying what the post is that was a violation, much less what the reason is, even though their own public statements, both to Congress, in their guidelines, have said over and over, we're going to tell you what the reasons are. Now let's fast forward to the YouTube example. Because remember, we're now under currently a 7-day ban on Twitter from being able to say anything, from being able to shed any light on what YouTube is doing right now. The ability to be able to do that is highly limited, except for friends like you who are allowing us to be able to come out and talk about this right now.
Friend.
So the reason, that's my word, not Stephen's word. So when we look at what they've given us today, all they have simply said is, here's the video that's a problem. They don't say what specifically about the video is a problem, much less do they acknowledge that we had a video immediately before and a video immediately after that dealt with the same issues. And in every single instance, making sure to the detail that we were bringing clear evidence that was still within the policy. And this is the part that's perhaps the most sinister about it. It's not a policy that says you need to come with proof if you're going to say something controversial.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed to say the controversial thing. So we made sure to stay back.
You're not allowed to provide proof.
Right. Exactly.
Our greatest sin here was providing proof. This is something that's really sinister that Bill left out. Was banned from, suspended from Twitter. Okay, for whatever it was, how many days. I came back. I posted one tweet between the previous suspension and the new suspension.
Yeah.
The only tweet that I posted was Twitter has stated in front of Congress that they are transparent and tell people what violations have occurred so that they can rectify it. And I posted a screenshot that said you have violated blank. So Twitter then suspended me for pointing out that Twitter is suspending without reason. So it's not just on YouTube. You cannot be have a conservative opinion on these issues.
Yeah.
You can't have a conservative opinion on transitioning children.
Yeah.
You cannot have a conservative opinion on election laws. You cannot have a conservative opinion that values liberty over safety of a virus with a 99.9% death rate. You cannot have those opinions. But now on Twitter, you are not allowed to criticize Twitter.
Yeah, well, that's the key. That's the key to it, right? Because I think if for people who are listening, let's say they're more moderate, let's say they're not quite as conservative as we are, they're slightly to the left of Genghis Khan or something like that, surely you can see the double standard, right? Steven Crowder raises questions about the 2020 election. Boom, he's off, he's got to go. Stacey Abrams and Hillary Clinton and on and on and on and on raise questions about all sorts of elections. Stacey Abrams, to my mind, still hasn't conceded the 2018 gubernatorial election. That's totally fine. Not only do those figures get to stay on, but all their supporters who raise these kind of questions.
Nor has Al Gore.
Nor has Al Gore for that matter. So, obviously there's a double standard there. You made a joke that the left finds racially offensive about black people. Robin DiAngelo goes on videos and says, be less white. And then a whole lot of commentators upload videos saying, yeah, you should be less white. Yeah, we should abolish whiteness.